Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Knowledge Universe. Today I continue my last series about Python for data science course, especially the section Pandas library. Today I try to teach you what is DataFrame. DataFrame is an important data structure, and today I try to teach you what is DataFrame, what is how we can use DataFrame to analyze data. Welcome to my channel, and I start now this important tutorial. So let's start this tutorial by defining what is DataFrame. So DataFrame is a data structure, especially two-dimensional data structure. This data structure consists of three principal components. The first component is data, the second is rows, and the third is columns. So here is an example of a DataFrame. Here, for example, I have 6 rows and 5 columns. In the middle here, some examples of data. Now I try to give you a simple example how you can create and manipulate data frame. So if you want to use data frame in your program or your project, you need to start by importing Pandas library. So the first line here, I import Pandas as PD. Here you can change this name, PD or PS or as you like. So here in the second step, I create my data. So data, I can import my data from Excel files or text files, or I create here manually data. So here my data is a list. I have here 2 columns. The first is the name of student or player or customers. So here this is an example of names. I have here 4 names, Tom, Nike, Krish and Jack. And the second column is age. So here I have 4 values. So this is my list of values or my data. You can have your data, you can import your data from other sources, but here I just create manually data. So now this is data. Now if you want to create data frame, you use the instruction DataFrame. So here I import my library with this name, BD. So I use pd.dataframe between around data. So if you want to print your data frame, you can use the classical function print def. This is the name of my data frame, and the data frame is here I use this word to create my data frame. After creating my data frame, I check now, or I can see a summary of my data frame. So here, this is my data frame. I have here 2 columns, name and age. Here the index of data 0, 1, 2, 3, and here the values of the first columns. Here the values of my second column. Now, after creating a data frame, you can perform basic operations on rows or columns like selecting, deleting, adding, renaming data. So, for example, here I have in my data frame 2 columns, but I need just to manipulate the second columns. So here, if you want to select just 1 column, you write just the name of your data frame. The name of my data frame is div here, so I write just div, and the name of my columns here is age. I put the name of my second column between 2 square brackets. Now I can print just this second columns. So I check or I see my second column here. So just the second column, but here the all data of my data frame. So if you want, for example, see just the first column, I change age by name. So now I can just see the first columns. After selecting columns, we can also select some rows. For example, here, if I want just print in the first two rows, I can use the name of my data frame. The name here is df, so this is the name of my data frame, and I put between two square brackets the index of rows. For example, here the first row, the index of the first row is 0. So here I put 0, and the first of the second row is 1, and the index of the third row is 3. 0, 1, excuse me, the index of the first row is 0, the index of the second row is 1, the index of the third row is 2. So when I put here 0 and 2, Python printed just two first rows. So here I have just two first rows. I can check this instruction or this line. So here, when I print my rows here, so my rows here is the name of these two first rows. Python here give me just the first row and the second row. It's the two, Python don't print here the number or the row with the index 2. Now, by using DataFrame, you can calculate some important summary statistics. So now I added a new column. For example, here I added the city of students, or city or birthplace, or other columns. For example, here I added the 4 cities. The 4 city is, for example, New York. The second city is Casablanca. Other city, New York, and Casablanca. Here I have just 2 cities, Casablanca. So now when I print my new after modifying this data frame, I can now print to see my all columns here. So data frame is mutable, so I can add other columns. Here now I have the first column is the name, or the first feature is the name, the second feature or second column is age, and the second columns or the third columns is city. Now, if I want, for example, calculate some summary statistics in the column age, I use df. For example, here when I put print df, I use just the column as, because here I have numerical values, so I use the second columns here, age, describe is a method is to give me important summary statistics in this column. So describe. So when I print now this instruction or this line, Python give me important summary statistics about my column age. So I try to test that. So here it give me the count is 4, the mean, the standard deviation, the minimum, and other statistics. So here Python give me important summary statistics about my column age. Now, if I want just one statistics, for example, I want just to print the minimum or the mean or the standard deviation, I put def, the name of my age. I use here age because my data frame, in my data frame, I have just one numerical feature. So, age, for example, min. Here I use just the function min. So when I print this, the min here is 18. So here it gives me just the min. I can also print the maximum, the mean, and the standard deviation. For example, here I can change mean per standard deviation or other function. Here it gives me the standard deviation, so this is the same value here and here. So by using the scrub, you can print all important statistics about this column, or you can select your function or your method, standard deviation, mean, maximum, or other statistic function. Now I try to teach you how you can aggregate some value or some features. Now, by using DataFrame, you can aggregating some value. For example, here I can calculate the mean of age by city. So here I want to see city and the age, but I want to group by city the results. So here by using this word or this function or this method group by, you can aggregating values. For example, here I can see city and age and calculate the mean of age grouping by city. Now, when I print this line or this instruction, here Python give me the mean of age by city. For example, in New York, the mean age is 90.5 and Casablanca is 90.5 here. So I aggregating values or aggregating feature by city. Thank you for watching this important video. In the next video about Pandas, I try to teach you other operations and other functions. Goodbye, and don't forget to comment, subscribe, and to like this video. Goodbye.